Hi everyone, thank you for watching. I know it's been a while since I made a video, and I want to thank everybody for their comments and support when I had started it. And for a while I was just, life was happening and I was busy, and I didn't feel as much of the urge to kind of make videos. But more recently, I have heard from people who are like, I liked your videos, and why aren't you doing it anymore? Or just been inspired to start making videos again. So, and I kind of wasn't sure what to talk about. I'm always kind of working on my spiritual journey and doing work that is about um, self-love and acceptance, and but there wasn't anything specific that was coming up until recently. It's actually something that I've been always struggling with. If you've known me, I've probably talked about this to you and you've heard me complain about it, and that is my weight, my body image, how I feel about myself. And about 2 years ago, um, I actually started working out with a trainer who's an amazing person and an amazing trainer, and lost a lot of weight, more weight than I had ever lost. And I weighed the lowest I had ever weighed. And about a year ago, I stopped working out with him. I didn't, I wasn't as motivated, I guess. And so I stopped working out with them, and I just stopped working out so much. And um, since then, I've gained 10 pounds. But the reason I'm sharing this story is because there is so much when I think about it, and when that I've gained this weight, and oh my God, I spent all this money on training, and I lost the weight, and now here, look at me again, I'm gaining the weight back. And so a lot of different emotions always come up for me, but it just got me to really look at um, this whole concept of self-image. When I lost the weight, I was thinking, oh, this is so easy, and anybody can do it. I would, even have, I would think like, if seeing somebody who's overweight, think like, come on, you can do it. You don't have to like be overweight. But I just think that we have been so conditioned about our body image that it's so hard to be objective. I know we've heard this like a million times. Oh, the body, like image of women and how they have to look. It's about it. It's everybody. It's really everybody. It's not just women, but really, women are targeted more, I feel like. But maybe because I'm a woman, I notice it more. But there is so much about body image. Being skinny, being fit, being healthy. Whenever you mention feeling good about your body, if you are somebody who's overweight and who is not working out and who is just like, I mean, whatever, obese, whatever your body weight might be, or skinny, whatever. When you talk about, personally, when I have talked about it, um, maybe it's just in my head or I'm projecting, but there's definitely this concept of like, it's about health. It's not just about being skinny. It's about being healthy. It's about being strong. And there's this kind of shame behind feeling okay with your body if you're not super athletic, or if you're not skinny, or if you're a little bit pouchy, your stomach is pouchy, and you have flabs, and you're not supposed to feel okay about yourself. You're just not, because if you do feel okay about yourself, then that's going to persist, and you're probably going to get fatter, and you're going to be unhealthy, and you're going to die of heart attack. And that's kind of the the idea, the general feelings that come up when the idea of being okay with how you are is brought up. And it's more probably in my head and what's been conditioned than maybe it's out there, but it's definitely what's coming up for me. And so, whenever I think about like just being okay with how I am, it's like this voice shouting in my head, like, what? You can't just be, that's just being lazy. You're just trying to, you can't just, it's not healthy. It's not right. It's not okay to be this way. But I've been doing a lot of work. So at this point, I am, and I actually got to a place where I was the skinniest I had ever been, and I was still not happy. I was still not internally okay there. It was like, oh, my parts of my body had lost their shape that I would have liked to keep them the way they were, or other things were coming up that weren't, perfect in my body. And so it's not like, oh, I lost all that weight and I was like, I feel amazing. I did for like a minute. And then other things came up, so I think there's so much more behind it for me than just the body image. And of course, at this point, I feel like compelled to say, not that I'm saying you shouldn't work out, because that's usually when you talk about it, it's like it's been conditioned in our head to say, not that I'm saying not to work out, not that I'm saying not to take care of your body, not that I'm saying don't eat healthy. And I'm definitely not saying those things, but I think that those are irrelevant. It's just irrelevant when I'm talking about this, because it has nothing to do with that. I think when we look at our bodies, and health, the idea of being healthy, and is to be looked at more in a wholesome way in all aspects of health. What is health? What is being healthy? What is being strong? What does that mean? Of course, there's physical health, right? There, we all know that being healthy, being able to we associate it with being able to walk for a long time and not run out of breath, right? Or not have a lot of fat around our heart and around our organs, because it can affect it, and we can get a heart attack, and we can, amongst other things. So there is definitely the physical health that we have heard about it over and over again. If you have been overweight, it's been mentioned to you, being healthy. You need to be healthy. And maybe even your doctors have mentioned it to you. Again, not that I'm saying not to exercise, because, that has to be said. It's kind of like, that's what comes up into people's heads, I feel like. My own head anyway. But what I'm trying to say is, let's look at health in general. I think so much of health, and even the Western medicine is starting to realize it more, is also about mental health. And most of us, maybe we don't have a condition that we've been diagnosed with, that we're not mentally stable. It's not that. It's mental health is about being stress-free. It's about having internal, truly deep peace in your mind. That when you're sitting in the moment and you're just sitting at home, you don't feel this urge that you have to get up and do something. Otherwise, things are not okay. That your mind is just at peace with what is the present condition. And that, being able to produce that, being able to be okay with how you looking at the mirror, and not having the thought, oh my God, look at my thighs, or like this, oh my God, I'm gaining weight, or I got to start exercising again, or um, being able to just look at yourself, whatever you look, or not think like, oh my God, my wrinkles are coming out, or my hair is falling, or I don't have as much hair, or my, you know, whatever thoughts that might come up, just looking at the mirror and being completely thoughtless, being without a thought, being without any ideas of like good or bad, and just being okay, just being there with it. I think that's really mental health, being okay, looking at your life and seeing that, yes, there's aspects that I would like to, things that I would like to have, and maybe things I didn't wish had happened, but just generally seeing everything and being at peace with it. I think that concept is associated so much with not doing anything, with like, oh, yeah, what do you mean? Like, just be okay with what is, and what is goals, what is ambitions, what is that? All of that are irrelevant. Because if you manage for a week even to only focus, just for a week, not do anything, not follow your ambitions, not follow like, oh, I have to be healthy, skinny, this and that, and just for a week put all your focus on being present, being thoughtless, meaning like not having any particular thought, bad or good, about what is in your life, with your body, with your what you've achieved or haven't, who you are, who the people are around you, just having a week of completely being present and okay and like at peace. And peace means just not having any thought, just being just like with it, without any thoughts in this context. Just practicing that for a week and then see what happens. Does it really make you lazy? Does it really make you not want to do anything? Does it make you not have any ambitions? I mean, can you even do that? If you can, that's what I'm striving for. I really haven't been able to do that. I'm not even able to do it for a day. But I'm striving for that. And whenever I felt more at peace with myself, I've been able to do more, achieve more. That's just personal. Even when I went for a trainer, this was when I was making my videos. It was when I was reading all of my books, and I felt pretty good about myself at that point. I was feeling pretty at peace. I was feeling like, very connected with the universe, with God, with whatever you want to call it. And then I saw this photo of myself. It was like taken from the back, and I looked so like obese, and I was just like disgusted, and I had a breakdown, and I was just crying, and you might say, you weren't really at peace, but I think looking back at it, what pulled me out of that depression was everything that I worked on, was with all the self-love I had given to myself prior to that time, that gave me the strength after having that breakdown to do something about it, to kind of like shake it off and be like, you know what, okay, well, I'll just go and work out. Because a lot of times before that, I got into the breakdown and it was just downhill. It was just hitting nowhere. So, and what happens is like you work on yourself. For me personally, I work on myself, and then I have all these epiphanies, and then of course I get caught up in like, oh, achieving, because I'm like, oh, I'm kind of doing this now because I feel better about myself. Okay, I'm meditating, I'm reading these books that are really get you connected, that get you peaceful, and I'm working on myself. And when I do that, all of a sudden things open up for me. I'm able to, I get a better job, and I do better in general, and I'm like working out, and all those things happen. So then when those things happen, we just kind of like let go of everything that led us there. I do. I'm like too caught up with being busy with achieving my dreams that I just let it all the, I don't have time for meditation now. I got to achieve this dream that I really meditated, and now it's open up for me. So now I have to like achieve it. So I let go of what was really helping me, which was that peace of mind. And now I'm more focused on all the goals that I had, to make myself happier. And in the process, I lose the peace that I had. And suddenly I'm back where I was. And I think every time I'm not feeling good, the body image really comes to really becomes, the overcomes my thoughts and brain. Whenever I'm struggling, it knows what to cling on. It's like, oh, I know how to get her. It's the body image that's always going to get her. And I think that personally, I'm glad that it came up again. I'm happy that it did, because if I can conquer this, if I can be at peace with my body, with exactly how I look, with all my wrinkles and freckles and fat and bulges and everything that there is, even for a week, if I can really, truly practice just being with myself and being okay as it is, then that is a real breakthrough for me. And it will be a breakthrough in all aspects. You can't just have a breakthrough in one place. It will be everywhere. It will show itself everywhere. For me, as body image, maybe for you is something else, But surveys, I just saw a survey that said 77% of women feel like they need to lose weight. So I think it's a lot of us. I think that if you can conquer being okay with what is with your body, exactly the way it is, fat, skinny, old, wrinkly, not wrinkly, no boobs, whatever it may be, if you can manage to be okay with that for a month, for 40 days, it's usually the 40-day challenge, then you can have so many breakthroughs in all aspects of your life. You will experience health in a way that you'd never experienced it before. And you'll see that it doesn't make you a vegetable. It doesn't make you not want to do anything. In fact, it's the opposite. I've experienced it. Thanks for listening.